Hey everyone, it's Lynnea here for Trinity Stamps, and today I have a quick project for you using the Big Bows, Little Bows stamp and die set. I love this little stamp set. This is a 4x6 stamp set, and there are 6 bows. There's 2 designs, and there's a large, medium, and small of each bow design. I decided to go with the more circular bow instead of the traditional star size or star shaped bow for my holiday card. I love this stamp set because I think you can create these bows for birthday cards or holiday cards. I had an idea to transform these bows into hanging ornaments, but today I just kind of had them free floating on my card. I'm going to keep a little bit of my coloring in here just to show you how I colored these up. I am not a coloring expert. I gave you a quick shot at the Copic colors that I'm using for this bow at the beginning there, so feel free to take a screenshot if you want to recreate my coloring. But for my pink bows, I did RV09, 25, 14, and then R32. I had shown you the RV13, but I ended up skipping it because I wanted to have a really light highlight in the center of each of these little folds on the bow, and I thought that if I brought in that RV13 I was going to lose a lot of that highlight. I repeated this process on each of those little folds in the bow, keeping that really light highlight in the center. I really think that makes it look like it's made out of that metallic ribbon that you often see on Christmas bows. Now I'm going to speed up quite a bit here and color in my blue-green colored bow. For this one I used G19 and then also a little bit of BG15, BG23, and BG11. I liked having that addition of the G19 in there because that made it look just a little bit darker. I liked having a scary dark color and then kind of a dark color, a medium, and then that really light highlight. So I kind of jumped a marker or two from my darkest to my medium and then from my medium to my lightest. I think that gave me a lot of depth and dimension. For my gold color bow, I used YR27, 23, and then 20. That bow is quite a bit smaller, so I didn't think that I needed to have all 4 colors. Just to have the 3 would be good. Now I'm taking those big bows, little bows dies, and I'm going to line these up. And I kind of struggled for a minute here twirling these dies around, trying to get them lined up properly, until I realized that each of these bows has kind of like a pointed ribbon where the die has more of a point than a flat edge, and so once I figured that out, it was really easy to line them up. I grabbed the new mini Slimline geometric cutout panel die, and I cut that from some silver cardstock that I have had in my stash for quite a long time. I have a card base there that is cut to 3.5 by 6.5, and now it's just time for a sentiment. I grabbed the Winter Winds stamp set, and I'm going to stamp this really long sentiment here. I like this sentiment a lot, and I love that the Winter Winds stamp set has a coordinating die to cut out this long sentiment. I stamped this guy twice and then used the coordinating die to cut it out. I had an idea to cut this sentiment in half and kind of stack it on my card. Now I have no problems actually cutting my stamps in half, but I wanted to be able to still use the coordinating die with this. So I decided to just trim around my sentiment after it was die cut, since I was going to have to do that anyway. I played with a horizontal orientation on this card, and in the end, it just wasn't working for me, so I went back to my original idea of grouping these bows in a little kind of visual triangle and then having this sentiment underneath. But here's where you can see it is much too long. So I'm going to kind of cut this in half and use my scissors to fussy cut around that word winter and then right around the wishes word as well. So it says sending warm winter wishes your way, and it's just kind of split up and nobody's ever going to know. I'm going to add some foam tape now. I added foam tape behind my bows and my sentiment and put them on the front of that mini Slimline geometric cutout panel die cut. And now I want to add some foam tape onto the back of my die cut panel so that that'll pop up on the front of my card. But I don't want any of my foam tape to show, so I'm using skinny strips, And I'm going all around the outside edge of this die where it is thickest. And to support the center part of my die cut panel here, I'm going to hide my foam tape behind my sentiment and my images where I already have applied foam tape, and nobody's ever going to see that tape, and I have lots of dimension on this card. I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial. I really love this Big Bows Little Bows stamp set. It's perfect for all kinds of occasions, not just holiday cards. It would look great on a birthday card too. On the screen now are 2 more videos that I've done using Trinity Stamps products that I thought you might enjoy. Thanks for watching. Bye!